In 2021, my then fiance and I went to the Leavenworth Reindeer Farm, and it was a magical experience in the middle of a very difficult time. Just a month prior, our dog Atlas passed away, and we were still reeling from that. But meeting the reindeer was such a joyous occasion. There was such majesty in these creatures. They were so powerful, but so gentle, seemingly so solitary, but still a family. Our favorite was Jack Jack, named such because he was originally Jack Frost, but when he retained a darker color was named Jack Black, and then eventually Jack Jack. He photobombed us, and just us, and then continued to follow us around the farm, seemingly interested in us. He was genuinely amazing. On the other end of the spectrum was Sven, the alpha of the pack, the largest and strongest reindeer. At one point, I was taking this video of him slurping up water, and when he turned, I guess I was in the way because he gave me a bit of a whack with one of his antlers. And even though it hurt, because it did hurt, there was something kind of marvelous about that. I'd been whacked by a reindeer. How novel. It was an epiphany about the types of experiences we could have now that the pandemic was hopefully coming to a close, which it wasn't, and that we weren't so emotionally and financially focused on Atlas's failing health. Maybe we could live a life with a little more adventure. Within the next month, my fiance would be diagnosed with tongue cancer, and that epiphany went out the window. But now 2 years later, I have a YouTube channel and an ability to crochet, and I wanted to do something to memorialize the experience, besides just getting a tattoo of Sven's antler where he whacked me, which, yes, I did do. And I wanted to go back to the reindeer farm to experience all that wonder all over again. So I thought it would be fun to crochet a reindeer. In my last video where I designed and crocheted my own plushies, I tried to draw them out ahead of time and then stick to a pattern, but it didn't work. This time I am going for a simpler creature that doesn't need a ton of weird texture. I'm just making a reindeer. There are two hard parts to this: the antlers and the shaggy scruff on the throat of the reindeer. But I've learned a lot and I think I can do it. So let me show you what I've drawn. So this top one was me just trying to get a general idea of the shapes. Again, I'm a terrible artist. Please don't make fun of me. So that was me kind of doing oh, what's a realistic kind of drawing? And then I tried going for a more cutesy version, and I drew out where the different colors would be and stuff like that. A fun trick that I learned from watching Complicated Knots' YouTube channel is making the base of something in one color and then putting a mask over it. So that's my plan for the head. And here are the individual parts. And then the antlers. I obviously didn't draw them because I'm a little bit scared too. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. But for now, I have lots of leftover yarn. So let's get started. So guess who forgot to write down the pattern for this? Well, it's fine. It's fine. Totally fine. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with this, and I didn't think I was going to be. I gotta make a mask out of brown yarn now to put over this. I'm gonna look at some reference images. My reference images from the last time I went to the reindeer farm. I thought I was doing such a good job on this little mask for the face head thing. And then I looked at the reference photo again, and I should have gone over the whole muzzle. So starting over, which is fine. I am very familiar with having to start over. Okay, I am really proud. Look at this. Yes, I think it looks really good. Oh, especially we're gonna have ears coming out of here and then antlers coming out of here. I think it's gonna look perfect. What a good place to stop for today, I think. Just let's stop on a win. I don't know if I've talked about this in this video yet. I just had gum surgery yesterday. I'm in a lot of pain on this side of my mouth. My tongue is swollen on this side, so I apologize for not speaking as much for the next week of footage, and for whenever I do speak, not doing a great job, probably. But anyway, I've been working on the body, which looks pretty terrible. And this is the second or third start. I really don't like how flat the front is, so I'm gonna have to, I don't know, figure out rounding it out better. Should I look up a pattern? Maybe I will look up a reference pattern. I screwed it up. I think I got closer to the shape that I want. I think I'm gonna go back to sketching and just see if I can figure out proportionally what I want from this, and then I can compare against it. I tried using all these different stitch markers to like keep track of different parts. It's just not working. Okay, pulling it out again. The head turned out so big that I had to do this. I feel good about how this looks though, and if I can like trace it as I go, that would be pretty great. It's too big. I think I'm gonna take out 3 rows. Can you tell? Am I swollen on this side? Let me know in the comments how visible it is. It's looking bad now, but my mouth is hurting a lot. I'm just kind of tired. I think I'm gonna go make some soup. I'll come back to this later. It's 4 a.m. and I'm having a crisis. Why is this the video I decided to do? Crocheting is cozy, it's a good winter activity, but the thing is, trying to do a reindeer plushie, I went on the Instagram of the reindeer farm just to see if I could get some inspiration. And once again, I'm just reminded of how powerful it was to visit them that first time, like how adorable and majestic and like smart the reindeers seem. And it feels so strange to be trying to like bash out a reindeer plushie. Like it doesn't match. They're gorgeous. They deserve more than me trying to make a tiny little plushie. And I don't know what to do about that. Because on the one hand, I'm really excited to go back to the reindeer farm and it's all booked. On the other hand, I'm in a lot of pain and it feels kind of pointless. This is so silly. It's so silly. Okay. I think I'm just gonna sleep on this right now. Well, if I can fall asleep, because there's nothing I'm gonna be able to do or decide. Okay. Good night again. Okay, I figured it out at about 5 a.m. while trying to fall back asleep. Why should I try to replicate the majesty of a beautiful reindeer? I'm gonna go see a reindeer, you're gonna see the reindeer. I don't need a pale facsimile. I should try to like match the whimsy and beauty of a reindeer. And I think I have the perfect pattern. Cause like I'm in a lot of pain, my brain is very fuzzy. I don't really feel like inventing a pattern right now. That's okay, because I have a really good pattern. When I was first starting to crochet, I asked as a birthday gift for this like hood pixie like cowl sort of pattern, and my parents got it for me. I'm very grateful. Thank you, Mom and Dad, if you're watching this. And it was a really complicated pattern. Like I remember looking at it and going, I don't know what any of these words mean. So I kind of set it to the side and then forgot about it. But I think now is the perfect time to make it. It's perfect for winter. It's perfect for winter wonderland whimsy. I have this leftover yarn and I think it'll make a great beginning to the hat because I'm sure I'm going to need more according to the pattern. But that's okay. And now I can just follow a pattern, enjoy healing, and make something really beautiful. And then I'll have my nice visit to the reindeer farm at the end of it. I've made really good progress with the back of the hood, and I'm about to change to new yarn. Ooh. I technically still have some of this, but I don't want it to all be blue, so I thought that the like hood part would be a good place to switch, and then have like the neck ruff be more purple. Maybe I'll switch to another color. I don't know. And then I'll save the rest of the blue for making mittens or something. Don't I just perfectly look like a little woodland sprite? It's like somewhere between, you know, Tolkien elf and Santa's elf. I think it looks perfect for meeting a reindeer. making good progress on this. But right now I think I'm going to take a break from the hat because I want to make matching gloves. And while I bought the purple locally, and so in 2 days when the store opens again, I can go buy more of that for the gloves. I only have this much of the blue. I'm going to make these like fingerless gloves. I found a pattern on YouTube that I can use. I think I'll make the ribbing at the bottom of the wrist in that blue and then do the rest of the glove in purple and then whatever the third color is going to be. There's going to be a third color. Here is the cuff of the first glove. And we got the second one. They are about the same length. Oh, come on, don't do that to me. They're about the same length, I promise. So it's been a wonderful day. I went to the yarn store and got more yarn and I ended up crocheting there for a bit and then I finished my hood. Hello. So first of all, gloves are done, or at least done for now. I might add more detail later, we'll see, but I love them. I love them so much more than I thought I was going to. I was like, yeah, I guess I'll make gloves. No, they are so cute and so fun and they're so warm and they worked up so quickly, which is exactly what the video pattern that I used said it would. But I am very excited for them. And then we have the hat. It's so funny wearing this with the tank top. I have a week. I think I'm gonna try to make a bag. I can't find a pattern I like. So I think I'm going to wing it.
Oh, I don't have, I'm sorry. I wish I had something for you. I didn't mean to mislead you. I know. I'm so sorry. I feel bad. I did the typical, like, smell my hand dog.
Yeah.
And I think it thought.
I mean, it's kind of just like saying hi, right?
Yeah.
Good morning. Guess what I learned last night? Completely coincidentally, I made bisexual flag colored mittens and a hat. And I'm not upset about this because I'm bisexual. I just don't know how this happened. It just points out what a good color combo blue, purple, and pink are. I am not feeling well in terms of pain right now, so I'm not gonna talk a lot, but here's what I've got going for the bag so far. This is the bottom. This is the side. It's apparently called a bean stitch. I found a tutorial on YouTube. And here are all the ends from all the color changes. Yay! Good morning. I have a lot to catch you up on. So I've been working on the bag. It's coming out amazing. I kind of just improvised my own thing. I used a bean stitch, which I found a blanket tutorial for that from Hooked by Robin. And I just liked how it looked and it felt very textury, like the texture that's on the hat and the gloves. So I just adapted to it in the round. So I made a big blue circle for the base and then I did this bean stitch all the way around. And then whenever I wanted to do decreases, I just did some half double crochets and then I did more bean stitch. And now at the top, I was like, how do I get the weaving effect to like cinch the bag closed? So I did double crochets and I left some spaces to like put a rope through. And just for fun, I thought I'd use this leftover white from one of my other holiday projects. Working on a lot of crocheting right now. It is fun and a little overwhelming. That's fine. And I decided to test it out and it looks, I don't know, it just, I like it. So I'm adding more bean stitches to the top. I think I might finish with a nice scalloped edge. It just feels right to me, more of the nice rounded things. And then I will figure out how to do a bag strap. I forgot that that's something I would have to do. It was time to go back to Leavenworth. Our trip was amazing. The reindeer herd had only grown, and it might have been the approaching Christmas season, but the farm was thriving. We got to see Moonshine again, the reindeer we'd posed with in 2021. He was even more docile now and wasn't in the enclosure. Feeding the reindeer was so much fun. They didn't seem to enjoy my gloves, but they inhaled the food off of my fingers. I even put the feed cup in my bag to get one of the reindeer to eat out of it. The one hiccup was trying to see Jack Jack again. It turned out around the same time as James's cancer diagnosis, Jack Jack became sick from an obstruction and passed away. It was so complicated learning that. Jack Jack, the reindeer that had given me such hope perhaps that's my relationship with the reindeer farm. Maybe it's always going to be bittersweet for me. I mean, within a month after meeting the reindeer again, I had to get emergency gallbladder surgery. I hope the reindeer farm isn't always connected to medical issues for me. I'd love to be able to uncomplicatedly enjoy feeding and petting the reindeer, but it's okay if some things are always meant to be poignant. On the positive side of things, I got to meet Sven again. He has apparently calmed down significantly in the last 2 years and let me pet him. It felt momentous. I also got to meet Jack Jack's younger brother, Olaf, who let me pet him and touch his face and even kiss him, with permission from the farm workers, of course. It's nice knowing that Olaf gets to carry on his brother's sweet legacy. And yes,